Welcome back to Good Day Atlanta. Time is 9:12, and we've told you about a government experiment gone awry. Vampire viruses all over the place, and it's Fox's new thriller, The Passage, which is filmed right here in Atlanta. Take a look.
Just tell me one thing, Clark Richards, and don't lie to me because I'll know. Whatever they're gonna do to me in there, is it gonna hurt?
Not one bit. Why don't we go inside where it's warm?
Well, two of the stars of the new series are here, Vincent, Piazza, and Brianne. Howey, good morning and welcome to Good Day.
Good morning.
Hey, we're so glad y'all are with us today. Thank you for coming in. Obviously, Shauna and Clark on the show. That's where you recognize them from. This is being called one of the best vampire shows in recent memory. How does that make you feel?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
That's
a
great.
big deal.
That's
Yeah,
great.
wonderful.
I'm happy people are grabbing onto it.
Yeah, okay, we need to address this. So tell us what happened to your, but you might be like, I can't, he needs to speak up a little bit. What happened to
It's a great
you?
mystery. I'm not quite sure why the universe has decided I should lose my voice before a day
He's
of
turning
press.
into a viral. He's
That's what it
slowly
is.
turning.
Or it's a power thing. I get to talk like Frankie Five Angels from The Godfather.
I love it. I told him it's like you gotta lean in. It's making people lean in to hear him. This is all some like strategic trick you have going
I'm
on.
building something new.
You're doing something, that's for sure. Okay, so this obviously based on Justin Carter's best-selling trilogy of the same name. There've been some changes though from the book to the show. So what are a few of those differences that we see?
I think one of the biggest changes is my character's male in the book, obviously. Sykes is also male in the book. And a lot of our backstories. And because my character's male, there's this whole connection with Clark Richards that wasn't there before.
And let's talk about that connection. Even if you just watch the clip that we just showed you, you can pick up on that. So tell us a little bit of what's going into that.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's more than meets the eye. I think we get to, what Liz Heldens has done with the show is that these characters get to unfold over the course of these 10 episodes as we get to know them. And there's a lot more than meets the eye with each and every one of them. The relationships go a lot deeper than people realize. And with Richards and Babcock specifically, I don't want to give too much away, but in the episodes ahead, we'll realize they have a bit more in common than they had realized to begin with.
Yeah, it's not as black and white as it all seems.
Well, and you're a perfect example of that. You know, you're
Right.
on death row, right, on the show. That's how
Yeah.
you get involved in all this.
Exactly.
But your story, just
Yep.
there's a lot going on behind the scenes, right?
Yeah.
That we're learning.
Yeah, a really unfortunate set of circumstances kind of took her to death row, and then she goes to Project Noah, assuming it'll be a little bit different. And then she gets there, and Clark's one of the first people she meets, and he's kind of one of the first people in many years to be kind to her and kind of look out for her, and that hits home.
Yeah, I think that's like the first thing that happens is he's accustomed to bringing in these hardened criminals, and then suddenly here's this very bright, energetic, lovely young lady who's coming in, and you know, it definitely threw him off his game a bit.
Yeah, taken aback. So what I always wonder with these shows, how much do you know about what's coming up? Do they let you in on, through the entire season? Or are you in the dark, kind of like we are?
I feel like there's a beginning and an end. Like
Yeah.
you have a sense. Like, I know I'm in some ways set to fail in many regards, but how you get there week to week was the fun of it. Like you get a new episode and you get to read it and see, what's happening with each of the characters and your own character. So, a lot of it, kind of unfolds as we're shooting it.
Yeah, the how and the why you don't always know. You don't always know where you're going. And like that was my audition scene with where we meet. So that for a while that was all I had. That was all I knew.
Yeah. So obviously know a lot more,
Yeah,
right, about
pretty
what's going
different
on.
now.
I know you can't give it all away, obviously, but what can you tell us about what lies ahead? You're like, nothing.
Blood.
A little bit. Blood.
A lot of blood.
A lot of blood.
Yeah, a lot
danger, and retribution.
Oh.
From who, we don't know.
Right.
On Monday's episode 2, more experimenting. So a lot of dangerous things start happening.
Okay, and that's one of the things that, speaking of that, it makes you kind of question your ethics a little bit. Like it blurs the line between, what's right, what should we really be doing here? And I think that's something a lot of viewers would probably say that they agree with as well.
Right.
Yeah, definitely makes you think. So obviously shot in Atlanta, which we think is so cool. How has that experience been filming here?
For me, I got to discover Atlanta really through this show,
Yeah.
and it was surprising. Like there's so much great culture here and food. It's been developing from everything I've heard. It's changed so much in these last 10, 20 years.
Yeah, the food scene And the restaurants are amazing. It's so
Yeah.
green everywhere.
Yeah.
It's
and,
nice.
and the variety of scenery that we were able to play
Yeah.
in was like very, very surprising and perfect for what we were trying to accomplish.
Well, we're definitely glad it is filming here in Atlanta. We're glad that you two could stop in and share just a little bit about what we could expect happening as well. So thank you both for stopping by.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
it. Such a pleasure to meet you. And our thanks to Fox Publicity for help coordinating today's interview. The Passage airs Monday night at 9 right here on Fox 5. Vincent and Brianne joining us. And Vincent, I hope you get your voice back. You're gonna
appreciate
need
it.
that. I have a
Yeah,
feeling.
at some point.
At some point. Time is 9:17 now. And coming up on Good Day Atlanta, excitement and drama are building ahead of this weekend's Grammy Awards.